Hello, thanks for joining me on this video here. Today I'm talking about my 1 year anniversary as a small business owner. I own Rumphius Marketing, a commercial real estate marketing company which helps commercial real estate related businesses modernize, beautify, and grow their brands. And yes, so I have 10 lessons learned in the last year that I thought I would share with you. So lesson number 1, social media marketing works. Obviously, I'm a marketer, I'm in the space already. Of course, I know social media works, but I've never really had the opportunity to kind of understand this as it relates to being a small business owner. And my first example is when I first announced my company on LinkedIn. I put up this announcement, and immediately I had, probably within 24 hours, 16 people who reached out to me asking me more about my services, or saying that they needed help with something, or maybe that they had a connection that needed some marketing advice. So that's number 1. Number 2, providing valuable content is still king. Yes, I know we've been hearing this for a long time, but again, relating it to being a small business owner, I really found that the most leads that I got was over time as I continued to share my content from a value perspective, trying to share different insider tips or things that I had learned, whether it relates to branding or social media, and that sort of thing. So number 3, everything you do, say, or post becomes a part of your brand. And this has felt more real than ever. I just feel like now that I have my own presence online under my own business, everything from what I wear or what I say or what I post, or even the glass that I drink of. I'm always drinking out of these mason jars or my recycled swell bottle. Everything that you're doing is just creating part of your brand. So you really have to be thoughtful in all of those different things that you choose to represent yourself and represent your business. Number 4, I have discovered this entire entrepreneur community that I never really knew existed because I've never been a part of it. So I've been very thankful to be able to connect with a lot of different entrepreneurs in all different types of spaces, whether it's marketing or commercial real estate or something else. And I've realized that there is a strong community there of people who really want to help other people. So that was something brand new to me. So definitely advise anyone starting out their small business to definitely really engage online, engage in different community groups, whether it's local or, small business groups, women-owned business groups, that sort of thing. There's definitely a lot of people out there that really want to help one another. So I found that very powerful. Next is be clear about your hours, your working hours. So I've just been working the craziest hours, but because of my daycare pickup situation, I don't work from pretty much 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. I've really kind of designated that as my family time, because that's when I go to pick up my daughter from daycare, and then, we're doing the dinner, bedtime, bath time routine, but also just spending time with each other, putting the phone away, not responding to texts and emails and things like that. So yes, I do get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and yes, I do stay up until 1 o'clock in the morning on some nights, but the 5 to 8 time slot is really my unavailable time slot. So I'm just always clear about that as I start working with new people. So that's another tip there. Be clear about your working hours. Find a time app or system to track your time. I've been doing this in Trello, which is an organizational tool essentially for all your different projects that you have going on, which has been huge for me. Huge fan of Trello. Most of you that know me already know that. But Trello, I have found, is not a great system for tracking your hours. So sometimes with jobs, you're tracking hourly or project-based, retainer-based, etc. So definitely try and find some sort of app. I know there's a lot of apps that do a better job at tracking hours versus kind of manually inputting your hours into Trello or something like that. So that's definitely another one. Okay, next. Okay, this one's a little bit funny, but can't rely on friends and family to help grow your network. So I think, yes, this is a great starting point, but for me, I found as a small business owner, it's really just kind of the intro or the very beginning step. It's really finding those networks, finding your target audience, understanding where they spend time, where they hang out, and getting more involved in those types of groups. And again, really getting out there on LinkedIn. That's really going to help propel your business. And again, it's really about creating value over time and targeting those specific audiences and trying to come up with content that you think they're interested in, showing your value based on your experience. So yes, we love our friends and family, but no, we cannot rely on them really building our business, so to speak. I do have a few outliers. There's a handful of friends and family that are always liking and reposting and commenting, and I do thank you guys for that. Next, there really is no balancing of home and work. Yes, I did say the 5 to 8 is really my family time, but as far as trying to balance home and work, it's just very, very tricky, especially being a mom of a toddler. It's not easy. There's a lot of home and house and family responsibilities on top of you owning your own business, where you're not just the consultant, you're the creator, you're the accountant, you're the tech person, you're the photographer, you're filling all these other roles. It's just very, very time consuming, as we all know, for anyone who's in the small business arena or entering into it. So I would just say, don't beat yourself up and trying to balance everything. Just know that it's more of a give and take. Some days I'm going to get to spend more time with family, and other days where I just have a really busy work week, lean more on my significant other to help out, and then I'll work like crazy. So with all clients and businesses, things are always, with projects and things are always picking up and then slowing down and picking up and then slowing down. So again, don't get too hung up on balancing, just know that it's more about give and take from my perspective. Number 9, over communicate. I found this to be very beneficial with clients in particular, as well as vendors and other people that you're working with, but definitely your clients. So one of my values is definitely communication and really over communicating. So if I have put into place certain deadlines and things like that, and other things have come up where we aren't able to meet those deadlines, in some cases, something else gets delayed, and it's kind of a chain of reaction events. Just over communicating to your client, just checking in, letting them know if this came up, this is a new date that we're working on, or whatever it is. If you're waiting to hear back from someone else, just ping them one-liners. It's totally fine. Hey, I'm still waiting to hear back from this person, but this is still top of mind. Even with proposals, when you send proposals out, when you say, oh, let's touch base soon, and you don't hear back from them, even if you don't have time to take that client on right then, still keeping the line of communication open, letting them know that, I'm very busy right now, but I really want to connect with you. Can we get something on the calendar? So over communicate is my number 9. My last lesson I've learned is to take care of yourself. And by this, I mean pretty much physically, yes, mentally, but making sure that you're still able to work in some sort of fitness routine. I've even just going out for a run for 2 miles, just building out that half hour in the day. Or, if you're going to be on the screen a lot, put on those blue light glasses. Sometimes they look silly, but they really save your eyes. Just really, all those small things that end up adding a lot. If you don't if you have a really busy week, try and catch up on some sleep over the weekend. So just take care of yourself, because the longer you can do that and still making yourself a priority, the longer you're going to be able to keep your business going and thriving. So thank you for listening. If you've made it this far, again, Diana Perry of Rumphius Marketing. So happy to have you a part of my community and listening. And thank you so much. And we'll see you next time.